Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry, are we alive? Good morning, everyone. All right, that's what I'm talking about. So for those of you who are visiting, welcome to New York City. I am Matt Fraser. I'm the Chief Technology Officer of the City of New York, and I'm the Commissioner of the Office of Tech and Innovation. A lot of that sounds like tech, but what we're focused on is making New York City better. And what a time to be alive. We're here during, what seems to be the next digital revolution. When I was a kid and I looked at how technology evolved from that point to where we are today, I started my journey in technology, as many kids, with a video game. Sega Master System in a home with my brother playing basic games. And then you look a decade later, we were on Xbox Online, we were on PlayStation Online, and we were communicating with people across the world. Very similar to how video games have evolved, crypto, blockchain, Web3, is in such a state where it's enabling an entire community of people who didn't have reach and access to resources and giving them access to those things today, democratizing access to things like finance. But us in New York City, we have an opportunity as government to continue to ensure that New York City is not just the financial capital of the world from traditional financial means, but ensuring that as crypto, Web3, blockchain emerge, that we continue to be the financial hub. So for that end, what we're looking at across the city is the ways the government can help and engage and enable these types of techs and create an immersive environment so that technology can grow here. And what I mean by that is we're looking at everything from workforce development to education to layering the basic functions of these technologies across government service. So many of you may have purchased a home, and you already know what the process of purchasing a home is like from a deed and title perspective. You have to hire a company to validate the property belongs to an actual person who's selling you the home, and then from behind that, you have to ensure that that property, as it's transferred to you, is recorded and it's assigned to you. When you look at technologies like blockchain and what we can do by real-time records validation and asset transfer, that's the kind of stuff that we're looking at layering in government. So everything from birth certificates to identities to any other records that government issues to property management. We're in the process of exploring on how we can layer these things fundamentally into the system. But when I talk about keeping New York City as the financial capital of the world and making sure as crypto emerges that we continue to stay in that space, when you look last year in 2021, across the crypto, in terms of capital, cryptocurrency space, there was about $14 billion raised nationwide. Almost 50% of that was raised right here in New York City. And when you look at the nearest city, that was the closest city to us was San Francisco. San Francisco raised 3 times less than what the city raised. And Miami, which came in third, raised eight times less than what the city raised. So for those that think that New York City is going to lose footing here and that the mayor is going to allow the city to fall behind, that's just not going to happen. So although New York City isn't a regulatory authority, we depend on New York State's DFS and the federal government to do that. What we are doing is we're working and partnering with industry to ensure that as regulations come out, we have the ability to push them in the direction that makes sense for both industry and the emerging market as it grows. So when you look at every sort of new technology that's come out, whether it was email and the mistrust around email or traditional financial means around digital banking, there was lots of concerns around fraud and what would happen in that space as these new techs come out. As we look across the world is evolving at a much faster pace than we are here domestically, and the world will not wait on us to figure it out. So you have a partner in New York City where we're working with the federal government and we're working with the state to help rationalize the policies that are coming out and get them out quickly. So for all of you that are here today, I believe if you don't know, the mayor's motto is to get stuff done. So every minute that I spend here, I'm taking away from getting stuff done, but it's important for me to be here with you to talk about this for this moment. But now, I'm just gonna jump back and go get some more stuff done. Thank you all for the time, and again, welcome to New York City.